Hi, my name is Nicole Hilton, and I live in McLean, Virginia. I've seen God's grace in my life in a miraculous way. I was a very flamboyant and happy child until I started being bullied at school and at home, which is really hard for me because I'm so sensitive. And around age 7, I was raped right off the playground, and that made everything just go to absolute chaos in my life. For a long time, I was really, really angry at God. A long, long time. Even so much so that I had several suicide attempts, and I always wondered where He was. I finally started getting help in 11th grade, but it was a really long process. And finally got out of that situation and went to college and had to go through all this long healing for the last 11 or so years. I just turned age 30 and I'm now a live-in nanny after graduating from BYU, and I love it. So the family I'm with, I've seen so many miracles come to pass because of what I've been through, and because despite feeling like I was alone, like God wasn't there for me, I've consistently tried to turn to my Savior and have faith in Him, even though sometimes I was this close to just giving up. So here on Christmas Eve, I nanny a little 5-year-old, and she has several brothers, and they were making fun of her and bullying her and saying the exact same words that I was told when I was little. And she was just crying, and she ran to me and she said, I need you, I need you. And I held her on the couch while everyone was yelling and while her brothers were saying that she was annoying and all these things that I really took to heart when I was little and that really hurt me. And she was just bawling her head off, and I held her. And in that moment, I felt exactly what she felt, and I rocked her back and forth, and I whispered in her ear what I wish I could have heard when I was little. I told her how she was a child of God and how she had limitless potential, and I told her how beautiful she was inside and out, how smart she was, and how sensitive and creative she was, and how if anyone yelled at her or told her that she was annoying or stupid or anything like that, that it was because they were hurting inside. Because I found that my abusers in my life, it was always about them. When people lash out, I found that it's because they are hurting inside and they are projecting and wrongly releasing all that anger towards someone else because it temporarily makes them feel better. And so I'm holding her, and she grew really, really quiet. And she stopped crying, and everyone was still screaming. But we had this moment of this beautiful moment. And she looked in my eyes, and then I said how she was on the right path and she was doing the right things, and that we were going to be brave and go and forgive her brothers. And so I was able to be that angel for her that I know I had when I was little, but I couldn't see them. But I was able to physically be there for her and tell her what I wish someone had told me. And it not only healed her, and she had been sobbing to me that they were right, that she believed that she was worthless and annoying and stupid. And I was able to really get down to the truth of the matter and remove that seed of darkness, help remove it, and heal her. And then we bravely went and stood with love against her brothers together. And that lasted all of 20 seconds until she started screaming again, but I really think it had an impact. And I've had so many experiences like that in my life where, because of what I went through when I was little, I was able to be there for somebody who's going through the same thing. I'm not even mentioning all the people who were on the brink of suicide or who had been raped or lost something dear to them that I could kind of understand and not run away. And I'm able to be there for them. And it's not through me, it's because God allowed me to feel alone. He allowed me to go through that hard period. And now I'm turning and I'm being that physical presence for these people. And it's completely healing to me. And if that's not God's grace, I don't know what is. And so I just bear my testimony that we go through hard things because we need to learn something. And when we go through something hard, it's undoubtedly because we need to understand and then be there for somebody else later on. And so I have a lot more stories than that, but I just wanted to share that and say that I love my Savior, Jesus Christ. And I don't know what I'd do without him and his grace in my life. I see it every day. Thank you.